Hello, my name is David Neff. I'm here on behalf of Grand Canyon University speaking for the course Social Work 690, and we'll be discussing Harvard Elementary after-school program evaluations. So as an introduction, I'd like to highlight the importance of after-school programs for K through 5 students. And the goal I'd like to focus on is to reduce social isolation and improve academic and emotional outcomes. To identify root issues of poverty, disability, language barriers, and how after-school programs can help address those problems. Um, Impact and program relevance to social work ethics and equity. And a general hypothesis I would like to share is to what extent does participation in the Harvard Elementary after-school program improve social connectedness, academic performance, and emotional well-being among K through 5 students who experience barriers such as poverty, disability, or language differences. So description of the program, and this is fairly standard in regards to after-school programs around the entire country that are provided through schools. The structure is a 2-hour structure with 1 hour of academic support and 1 hour of enrichment. This could be art, robotics, STEM, sports, music. Similar to registering for classes in high school or college, there are electives, and the students are given the opportunity to choose which hour enrichment they would like to participate in that day. As far as academic support goes, that's always funded and supported by teachers and is essential for students to be able to complete homework or work on specific readings that they may need help with or math, whatever it may be. Um, Now, the program also supports working families in the area. It encourages students to attend courses about subjects that they are passionate in and promotes safety, learning, and connection for students of all ages, races, and economic levels in the Rigby, Idaho area. Now, alignment with evidence-based interventions is as follows. Academic support being the primary focus, with tutoring and homework help aligns with evidence-based academic enrichment models shown to improve grades, school engagement, and study skills for elementary students. Our second most important is social emotional learning activities. These are enrichment programs such as art, music, sports, and robotics, supporting emotional regulation, teamwork, and resilience, consistent with SEL research outcomes. Our third focus is protective factors and positive youth development. Now, structured after-school environments reduce risk behaviors and increase self-confidence, peer connections, and sense of belonging. And the fourth alignment with evidence-based interventions is family and community engagement. The program design reflects best practices, emphasizing community partnership and caregiver involvement to strengthen long-term students' outcomes. Now, the program assessment at a micro level is an evaluation that focuses on individual outcomes of each student as an individual. The tools that are used are strengths and difficulties questionnaires, teacher checklists and interviews, parent interviews, and end of the year surveys. As we have gone through those program assessments at a micro level using the tools, we've seen improved grades, increased self-confidence, and better peer relationships reported from both parents, teachers, and students. Now, at a meso level for program assessment, it is focused on evaluating how school and community systems work together to support the program. Now, staff collaboration is crucial in regards to running an effective after-school program. With that, it examines how well teachers, administrators, and support staff communicate and coordinate services. Volunteer involvement assesses the recruitment, consistency, and effectiveness of volunteers supporting student activities. Partnerships with nonprofits, mental health providers, evaluates the strength, alignment, and accessibility of external services connected to the school. Some of the tools that we use at a meso level include the following. Staff interviews. We provide insight into staff perceptions of program strengths and needs. Focus groups capture shared experiences and themes from staff, volunteers, and parents. And attendance tracking is in regards to how we monitor student participation patterns to identify engagement trends. And that is oftentimes in accordance with those extracurricular activities, that 1 extra hour of enrichment courses to make sure that we are ensuring the best possible participation from the students as a whole. Now, at a macro level, the system level issues that are faced at a macro level for any and all after-school programs is primarily funding, conflicts with policy, and child care access. An example of the following for the state of Idaho specifically is in regards to the Idaho Child Care Program. And the stat is as follows. An estimated 10.2 million US children, or 18%, in grades K through 12 utilize after-school programs in 2014, with low-income children spending more hours per week than peers from higher income families. Now, macro barriers include that rural inequities, limited legislative support, and provider shortages. Just because of that sheer number with that 10.2 million US children being involved in this, that takes a lot of hands-on programs to participate, and that can at times be hard to gain the funding for, to make sure that language barriers are being met, like was spoken previously. And with Idaho specifically being a more rural state, access to certain resources are taken away because of this. So integrating evaluation levels and ethics in regards to after-school programs is as follows. There's a multi-level evaluation, a full program understanding. Ethical considerations that fall under that multi-level evaluation are as follows. Cultural sensitivity, confidentiality, informed consent, and bias management. In the NASW 1.05 Ethic Code B, Cultural Competence states the following. Social workers should demonstrate knowledge that guides practice with clients of various cultures and be able to demonstrate skills in the provision of culturally informed services that empower marginalized individuals and groups. Social workers must take action against oppression, racism, discrimination, and inequities, and acknowledge personal privilege. Now, in the rural area of Idaho, in Rigby, Idaho, it is what's known as a community school. So many of the students are low-income families, are Spanish-speaking, and having to cater to those cultural competences within the after-school program is crucial and able to really enact on 1.05B to be able that we are empowering all marginalized individuals within the program. And this is followed again throughout many other schools. Now, cultural sensitivity, anti-racist practice, and policy impact. Similar to what I was stating previously, and the program aligns with anti-oppressive, culturally responsive practice. Harwood Elementary School is a community-based school. Community-based schools receive funding when meeting the requirements to support cultural integration at a state level and a federal level. It addresses inequities at individual, family, group, community, and policy levels. It evaluates the following: bias, power and privilege, diversity and inclusion in programming, and specifically examines social welfare policy impacts and how being a part of a community-based school can improve that. Now, conclusion and a call to action. I have had a very amazing opportunity in being able to be a part of this. A basic summary is that program reduces isolation. It boosts academic emotional outcomes for children grades kinder through fifth. Evaluation improves effectiveness, equity, and advocacy. Call to action that I'd like to present at this time is to continue strengthening supports for marginalized youth and community-based schools with the assistance of local government and national funding programs. Now, I'm passionate about this, specifically to address that summary tab. I have had the opportunity of working specifically with kinder to fifth grade in an after-school program and being able to see the impact that these supports and services have had on them directly has been a great gift of mine from my professional education and with my bachelor's and master's degree level of schooling. Being able to see all students of any kind be welcomed, be supported, and be able to have a place to stay when their parents may be working is a great work that's being brought to the children and families in the area of Rigby, Idaho specifically. Again, with that call to action to continue to strengthen supports for marginalized youth Community-based schools are specifically designed to do so. Being able to show the impact that an after-school program can have on an individual and on a student and on a child for their development is crucial to allow ourselves to understand the importance of pressing for local government and national funding program support. This is a great opportunity for kids to be able to learn in ways they may haven't been able to see. Another one of my favorite things that I've been able to see is kids accomplishing things they never thought they could because of the opportunities that we were able to provide as a community-based school with help and funding from a local government. Thank you for your time.